Here's a quick video for everyone that thinks that you need to spend a lot of time on the charts. The more experienced you are, the more that it's going to become like muscle memory. Like when I look at the charts, I used to use a fair value gap indicator. I trade ICT. And now when I look at the charts, I don't even have to use an indicator. I just see it right away. And it's like when I try to teach it, I almost forget sometimes that it's actually pretty difficult to see fair value gaps, right? But over time, it just like becomes natural. It's what my eyes draw to because I know how they work. I know that it's in between the three candles. If there's a gap between the two wicks, there exists a fair value gap. I can see it like muscle memory. And it's the same thing with your model or even your general understanding of how price action works. The more experienced that you become in trading, as you come into your charts, you will literally just be able to spot what you need to know. You'll spot the daily bias, right? You'll go to the daily time frame and it'll take you no more than 5 minutes to mark out the bullish fair value gap above or below and the bearish one above. There's always two sides and you're basically just looking at where it's going to draw to. Then you go to the lower time frame and you sit there once the session opens, you check your chart. If you see the volatility, you see your IFEG created, then you'll take your trade. If not, you just wait and you occasionally check your phone like maybe 10 minutes later, right? You can be out, like most of the time I'm like climbing or I'm at the gym around 5 o'clock. I'm doing something that doesn't require me to sit down and stare at the charts. That only ever happens when I'm trading in a live stream. And that's why I tell everyone, this is not a direct reflection of what I actually do. Like this is just for you guys so that you guys can learn. Like I can mark it out for you and show you how the market's actually respecting all these fair value gaps. It's taking out this high. It's going where we thought it would go. I only do that during the live streams. In my day-to-day life, I'd never sit in front of the chart for more than like an hour. I'd just burn myself out. Why would I even do that? That's why I'm saying like the more experienced you become, and this should be your goal, slowly work away from the indicators, slowly work away from a specific rule-based model, and instead just have this generic understanding of how price action works so that when you come into the charts, it takes you no more than like 30 minutes, like 5 minutes actually, to look at it, see what's happening, right? Even send it to a friend. If you have a friend that trades, that's perfect, bro. Like in my journey, I had a friend that basically like taught me, brought me up, and I'd always send him my trades and he'd show me his narrative. And sometimes we'd have the opposite narrative, and that's when we like get better because we think about like what we're missing, and especially after both like the market plays out, we can then look after and see like, okay, this is what like I missed out on that you saw, or this is why it went down, and like he was right, I was wrong, etc. Those things are really good for your learning. And over time, like I said, it just becomes muscle memory. You look at it, you know what's going to happen. You take the trade. If it's a loss, you take a break, right? I'm out somewhere, so I don't really care. I'm not in a rush to place another trade. But if you're sitting in front of the charts and you take a loss, you're already sitting there in front of the charts. What do you think you're going to do? You're going to place another trade because you're here to trade, right? You're just here to trade. You're not there to make money. When I'm out and I'm taking a trade, I'm there to make money, but I'm obviously distracting myself with something else. So I'm not in a rush to place another trade. I'm not obligated to place another trade. I'll take a little break. I'll go do something else. I'll go back to climbing and I'll be like, okay, I'll check it in the next session or I'll check it tomorrow. I took my trade for the day and I'm done. I don't really know what's happening. Like the bias wasn't as clear as I wanted to. If it's clear and I'm out, I'll wait another 15-30 minutes until I see the IFEG created. I'll see some new price action. I'll see a clear target and then I'll enter again. But I'm not going to be spending hours sitting in front of the charts because all you're going to want to do is place more trades. You're going to take a loss. You're going to try to place another one. That's what happens if you sit in front of the charts for a long period of time. You're not even there to make money. You're just there to trade because you like trading, you like seeing the money circulating, and you have an addiction. So that's my message for you guys. And I'm probably going to title the video something like, don't spend more than 30 minutes on the chart. Or this video's for you if you think that you need to spend more than 30 minutes on the chart. Because that's the message. You don't need to do that. You have to work your way to making it muscle memory so that your eye just recognizes what you need to see in a few minutes. And you can check on it to make sure that you actually saw everything that was necessary. Or you go slide in my Discord and send me a screenshot of what you saw, what you marked out, and why you think the narrative is going in a specific direction, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you because sometimes it's good to have another direction. You might think it's bullish, but you miss some daily time frame confluence that is pulling price. Or you might only be going to the daily time frame, and at that certain time, there might exist a weekly one on your chart. And therefore, you might have blindsided yourself. So that's why it's important to have somebody else that you text, that you hold yourself accountable, And if you guys are contradicting biases, then you could talk to each other after the market plays out and be like, okay, this is what happened and this is who was right. So hope this message like reaches some of you guys and you guys realize the way that you should actually approach it. Catch you guys next time.